Hey, okay, wait, we can't access. Okay, Yajna, how are you?
Hi, Almo. I'm doing amazing today. Thanks for asking. And you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just I went for a skate just now, and just some activity. But
Wow,
yeah, so
that's lovely.
tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
So I am a creator. I'm an
Mm,
artist, singer, songwriter. I have a record label. I'm an entrepreneur, and I work also with a beautiful project in Africa, especially
yeah.
now in South Africa called Creative Exchange.
Okay.
So I'm working with some amazing people down there. We are bringing together, creatives in music, in culture, in tech, in fashion,
Okay.
etc.
Cool.
So we're working with Africa and Europe together in this project. And
Okay.
I
And
have
so,
a
so
lot
t
more going on as well. I'm a mom as well.
cool. Yeah, yeah. That's a full-time job
Yes, it is.
on its own. So where just I think you're my first international guest. So tell us where you are actually at the moment
Wow, I'm
for
so happy
everyone
to
to.
be the first one. I'm in Sweden. I'm
Okay.
located in the Swedish mountains. You know, I'm a crazy snowboarder, action sport lover, adrenaline junkie type of person. So,
Wow, amazing.
yes, I live here up in the
Cool.
mountains. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I am. I've never snowboarded, but I was lucky enough when my dad was still alive to learn how to ski. I think before I was 5, but I don't know. I haven't tried it recently. So, and
Wow.
snowboarding came a bit after that. So yeah,
Yeah, it did.
so would love to.
I'll teach you snowboarding because I'm also a snowboarding teacher. I've been
Oh wow,
snowboarding. Yeah, so
nice.
I'm invited to Sweden. Now you're officially invited to Sweden.
So I've been to Sweden once in 1988. In fact, I was talking about this to someone the other day. I watched the movie Cry Freedom, which is the Steve Biko story.
Oh,
In 88, it was banned in South Africa because of apartheid. And
ah,
my dad took a delegation of politicians, or at the time, resistance
mm,
movement party, and some business people to Sweden, to have
wow,
to have a little bit of a sort of a conference, movie, because independence for Namibia was quite close, and
yeah,
they wanted to, assure business people in Namibia that the transition would be peaceful, and there was
mm.
collaboration that would happen with business. So yeah, it was quite a cool experience. We also went to the Scania factory, where they make the
Oh, so the
trucks.
tell, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So
quite
that trip
different.
yeah, that trip I remember the most, because it was probably the last one of the last European trips I did as a child, but I was already like 10, so 10, 9, 10.
Okay,
So I remember that better.
yeah.
So I'd love to come back to Sweden.
Yes, you should. And like I said, maybe, when I come down to Cape Town, South Africa, we can just, go back to Sweden together. I'm gonna show you the beautiful side of Sweden summertime.
Yeah, no,
And
definitely.
yeah, you know, I see myself as a world citizen. It's not like I see, of course, I live in Sweden, I'm born and raised here,
Mm,
but,
mm,
I really see myself as a world citizen because wherever I have my heart, my family, it's here.
mm,
Like I have God, and
mm,
I don't really have to, see myself as I live
mm.
here now. But
Yeah,
wherever I go and feel like a vibe, I feel the love, I feel the connection. It feels like home,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, what did you think of Cape Town?
I loved it. Oh my God, I fell in love instantly because it was a crazy experience. I just came down to Cape Town all by myself. I only
Mm,
knew one person, and that was a guy called Lionel because I was working with a project. I also work with like empowerment, especially women empowerment. And
okay.
when it comes to terms of helping, especially females, into entrepreneurship and to be
Mm,
independent, and also with things like mental health and depression, help people
right.
out of depression into healthy life and happy lifestyle with their family and kids.
Amazing.
So I met this man Lionel that also was working with the same type of project. So we were going
Okay.
to work together. He introduced me to my brother from another mother, Tyrese.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, Tyrese, he just, he became my brother instantly. And he was introducing me to each and every one in Cape Town. I'm not kidding.
Right. No, no. Tyrese
So,
is a connector. That's what he does.
yeah, he's a connector for sure.
Connector.
So, yeah. And the love that I felt when I came to Cape Town, it was amazing because I was blown away with like all the love and the blessings that came to me because everyone was just like, with open arms. They just, took me into their hearts, into their lives, into whatever they were doing, their businesses. And I was like, oh my God, I'm home. Like I
Amazing.
said, I feel at home
Yeah.
at places when I feel the love, the connection, the vibe.
Yeah.
And I felt like, oh my God, I want to take my kids down to Cape Town. I could live here for a while with my kids.
Yeah.
And I was performing at the beautiful venue Botanic.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so I have a soul family in Cape Town, and I love it, to be
Good.
honest.
Amazing.
Yes.
So what's your main thing at the moment that you want to talk about from a business perspective? Also, sort of, I mean, you like me in a lot of ways. We do a lot of different things, but like,
Yes.
what do you want to talk about, or what are you working on at the moment? Like, what's something that you are looking to promote or looking to talk about, and maybe also a little bit about how you experience business as an entrepreneur. Like,
Yeah.
maybe some of your nuggets of learnings and mistakes that you've made, like, for
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I would love to share it. And hang on 2 seconds. Mamma, kan du det är lugnt. Nej, men du kan göra mat. Det går bra. Det går bra. So yeah, what I'm working on at the moment, what I want to talk about especially is creative exchange, because that project is amazing in so many ways. Because, like I said, we are working across borders, nations, and we really want to help the youth because, we that work with this, we've been in the business in showbiz, in music, in tech, fashion, or when it comes to law things, in venues, designing. So we have the knowledge, and we also have the network to help the youth and bring
Right.
them forward and inspire them to do what they love what they do, follow their hearts, and also to get, let's say, out of situations maybe where their parents can't afford like them to go to college or them to do music, do sports.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is to get together all these entrepreneurs, these amazing business women, men, and the youth in all these type of areas that we love to work with when it comes to being creators. So
Right.
we are helping youth and entrepreneurs, people in Africa, to work together with people in Scandinavia. And this is
Okay.
bringing so much energy and so much light into things that people be like, oh, wow, look at our friend Vincent. He's in NBA. Now he's going to US to work with big names in NBA. He started in South Africa and now
And
it's a
Google
big
let you.
name. And yeah, exactly. So, and Tyrese and you as well, all of us working with this and the venue Big Street, our friend Oliver. There's so many amazing people working with this project, and I'm so proud to be a part of it and to be one of the founders. And I eat this, I sleep this, I think about it 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as a mother, of two, I have two amazing teenagers, Leia and Enzo. I see how they can also, develop through this, like so many other youth. They can meet other youth in Africa. It could be in Cape Town. It could be in Nigeria, Abuja. It could be in Tanzania, wherever. So this is a
Yeah, I mean,
project
and we had
that,
there was a youth day event on the 16th that we did at
exactly.
Big Street. Yeah, so
Yes.
that was, and you were helping manage that from afar in Sweden.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It was an amazing event, and I want to give all the thanks to the amazing people at Big Street and the amazing venue that they have created. And I'm looking forward to be in Cape Town. I pray to God, and God's willing, I'll be there by the end of August for another event because it's going to be
Yeah.
Tyrese's birthday, my birthday, and also another event for creative exchange. So we're gonna meet up to have like a meet and greet and continue
Yeah.
this beautiful path that we are
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, and
And
then
it is.
I mean, we're also doing my birthday on the 15th of September, so we're also trying to get that done.
Wow.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
might still
wow.
be here for that.
Okay, hopefully, I pray to God that I
Yeah,
can stay for your
yeah, yeah,
birthday. It's going to be
yeah, yeah,
worth every single day that I'm staying. I'm going to be counting
yeah,
down like, oh, it's Alma's birthday.
yeah. So yeah, we're hoping to have two big events, like end of August, middle of September around there. So that'll
Yes,
be quite cool.
we will.
But tell me a bit
Yeah.
about your other. You're a musician and you've got a record label.
Yes.
Like, tell me a bit
Yes.
about that. I'm interested to know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I have a label called Rising Phoenix Music Group, and
Mm,
also it's a part of the Creative Exchange.
mm,
And we have a business partner. He's located in London. So
mm-hmm,
he's also part of this beautiful, I call it like a movement because that's how I
mm,
see it. It's a movement where we have a label, we have Rising Phoenix Entertainment, where we can make events and have management for artists, etc.
mm,
So
exactly.
I released my music on this label, and also another artist. He's in New York. He's called Dissul Raw. He makes like drill.
Mm,
And our partner in London, Mo, he's also working on an amazing app that I soon can introduce to everyone. It's gonna change the music industry. I'm telling you, it's seriously
wow.
like a game-changing app that we're working on.
Mm-hmm,
So I'm gonna promote this one as well
mm,
soon. So Rising Phoenix Music Group was founded like 4 years ago.
mm-hmm,
And I always had a vision, like I want to do more for music industry. And, I'm a self-made baddie, so I've been doing this like we learned
mm,
this from scratch.
yeah.
So I can provide my knowledge and my experience to others because I
Right.
see myself like as a inspirator, motivator. I can
Right. Yeah.
manage other artists and,
Exactly.
focus on helping youth and be the one that you see, if I can do it, you can do it, that type of
Yeah.
vibe.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and also, like I said, I'm a singer-songwriter. So I've been doing my music project for like 100% for 4 or 5 years now.
Okay.
And I've been releasing album, EP, singles. I've been shooting like trillions of music videos. No, not that
Yeah.
many,
Nice.
but a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been
It's more
traveling like all
expensive
over the
to do
world.
videos than actually release music. Music videos are
You say
obviously a little
what?
bit more I said music videos are obviously a little bit more costly than just releasing music. So you can't just do like
Yeah.
music videos for every song.
No, 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 not for every single that you do. So, but
Mm.
I actually been producing each and every music video
Okay.
that I've been releasing. So I love that part of being an artist as well.
Yeah.
And
The whole
I was
process.
performing. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
I'm a creator. I love to do like everything when it comes to music, even though you can't be like an expert. My expertise is that I'm a singer, songwriter,
Yeah.
and I love doing a lot of the other parts as well. I was performing in Cape Town, like I said, at Botanic, and I was
Mm.
also shooting a music video down in Cape Town when I was there, together with SAE. And I also have a documentary about my life. It's actually at Amazon Prime.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I did
called
not know that.
Woman,
Okay.
and I
Oh, cool.
produced it myself. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. I must
And
actually
this
check it
one,
out.
huh? Yeah,
I
you
must check
should.
it
You
out.
can
I
also,
didn't know about it.
yeah. No, you can
Yeah.
find
Okay,
it
cool.
also on Film Freeway.
Okay. No, I think I've got Amazon Prime, so I can
Okay,
definitely
cool.
check
You
it.
can
Yeah.
find
Yeah.
it there. So it's about
Yeah.
my life, and it's me and my two kids traveling
Mm.
across Sweden. I show my kids like where I come from, like the northern part of Sweden in Kiruna.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, you know, how I came out of clinical depression
Okay.
with the help of the love for my children. They needed their mom, and
Yeah.
also with God and my
Mm.
family and music helped me to
Mm.
survive depression because I was in a very dark place by that time
Right.
due
Okay.
to a very like chaotic and very heartbreaking divorce.
Okay.
So this documentary is telling a story about a passionate single mom. I was a single
Mm.
mom by that time.
Mm.
How I follow my heart to do what I love, and for the love of my children. Everything I do for my children and for God, of
Mm,
course.
mm,
So it's a very, you know, the documentary is very close to my heart. It shows me as a
mm.
passionate, driven artist, creator, and things you do for the ones you love and for what you love.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Mm.
amazing. Okay, and tell
Yeah,
us and
thank
tell
you.
us your sort of like experiences like an entrepreneur, not someone that's got a, normal regular job.
Yeah,
What has been your
exactly.
experience? And as a woman, I think that's I mean, women in business, is still unfortunately not always the best. I don't know what your experience is, but I think,
Mm.
I think there are, women don't have the best experiences being business owners and entrepreneurs necessarily. But give us your experience. Like, what have you learned? What have you done in terms of like any resistance or any kind of roadblocks that you've encountered?
Mm. Yeah, there's several actually, to be honest, because
Mm,
it's a sad fact that, like you said, it's a blessing. First of
mm,
all, it's a blessing being a woman because you have this nurturing part of you that wants to be there and help. You want to nurture. You want to see uh, what do you see? Other people grow. You want to see
mm,
other people learn. So you want to be this person that inspires and you want to, lift up other people and see their light shine because you have that in you as a woman. You're a
mm,
mom, you are a caretaker. Or maybe
mm.
you're not a mom yet, but as a female, you usually have this side of you where you can push things a bit further, like because you have that strength within
Okay.
yourself, like this superpower, as I see it.
Uh-huh.
So that's a blessing for me to have this part of me that I can move mountains, I can do whatever because I'm unstoppable. I'm a queen, I'm a goddess. That's the way I see
Mm,
myself, and that's the
mm,
empowering thoughts and vibrations and energy that I want to send out to others, especially females, and
mm,
young women out there.
mm.
But like the challenges as a woman has been like in music, especially some see you like as a sex object because
Right.
you are wearing these type of clothes in a music video. So then you like, okay, you want to do this. They can like see you as an object, and that is like really offending because
Mm,
you have an amazing brain. You are a creator. You're doing this
mm.
because you love music. You love shooting music videos, being photo shoots, or whatever. You like to inspire and just bring out good vibes and good music to the world.
Yeah.
Um,
And feel
and
comfortable in how you look while doing it. That's how you
Exactly,
want it. That's how
exactly.
you want to look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And also, it can be like sometimes you can be down looked at, like,
Mm,
oh, it's just another female. What are you gonna bring to the table? Like,
mm.
they maybe don't respect you. Like, if a guy comes in, they be like, oh, punching each other's back and be like, hey, yo, what's up, bro? But as a female, you kind of you kind of have to work 1,000 times harder to prove yourself, prove your worth, kind of.
Okay.
And what I've learned is just like, I don't give a rat's ass what other people think about me or what I do. I just do it. When I go
Right.
into a room, I just, I wear my crown. I hold my
Yeah.
head high because
Yeah.
I know I can do this because I have the experience, the intelligence, the knowledge.
Mm.
But it's sometimes as if you kind of have to show your worth more as a female,
Right.
show your experience, and like I said, maybe work 10 times harder to prove
Yeah. Yeah.
yourself and to prove people
So,
like.
so how would you say you overcame it, or how do you suggest people overcome, especially women in business or in anything, maybe even especially entertainment, in the entertainment
mm,
industry? How would you? Because I mean, not everyone has had the path that you've had to get the confidence in yourself and not have fear
mm,
out there. Like,
mm.
what's the process, or how did you manage to overcome that? Because I'm sure you haven't necessarily always been like that. At some point, you would have let it affect you, let it get you down.
Yeah, of course. It's been sometimes that I've had to learn the hard way. People try to scam me on
Mm,
money, like, oh, here's a female, she's going to shoot this music video. We can take twice the much of money, or we can fool her, we can trick her, this and that. Because they maybe don't respect you from the beginning because you're female.
Right.
But I had to conquer all this, like all my fears, all my like inner thoughts, and just become this goddess, this queen. I just had to go into myself and be like, you are amazing, you're unstoppable, you can do this. Don't let anyone put you down. Don't let any negative thoughts bring you down. Don't let anyone tell you what to do, what you can't do. Be your own boss. You have to like have that mentality, like give yourself that value, and also tell yourself like every day. Some people might say like, okay, fake it till you make it. That could be a way to do it, because
And
if you have
affirmations,
a
you're saying, I think some of what you said is affirmations, telling yourself,
exactly
that you are
affirmation,
able to do
exactly,
this, that you're not an imposter,
exactly.
that you are actually good at this, you can do this.
Yeah, exactly. You manifest.
Mm,
And also, since I have God with me all the time, I pray to God. I thank Him for everything that He's given me, and, keep on
mm,
giving me and my family and my business partners, my business and everything that I meet. I bless them. I bless
mm.
every day. So for me, I've had the
Gratitude.
confidence. Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Amen. So that is so important, and to
Mm,
be know your worth, because you are amazing. It's just one of you. You have the capability to move mountain. It's all in your head, because I had to make it a mindset that
mm,
I'm unstoppable. I
mm,
have no limits, and
mm,
whatever I put my mind into, I can do it. And that's what I'm teaching my kids as well. Like, you are amazing. You can do whatever
mm,
you want in this world. There are like no limits.
mm.
But of course, it's just like, maybe you don't just wake up one morning and like, oh, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah,
You,
it's a process.
it is. And you can work on yourself every day, and just like gratitude, and
Mm,
be thankful for everything, and just bless yourself and see yourself as this amazing human being, because you are. You
mm,
are amazing. Every
mm.
day is a blessing.
Yeah.
So,
I think unfortunately some people see that as arrogance sometimes, and
yeah,
that you get
yeah,
you
yeah, I
get
know.
you get resistance from people, like, it's usually people that don't have their own self-esteem in check. But
Yeah.
um it's definitely, I guess it's also a way one brings it across. But yeah, I mean, it is one when one has that level of confidence, and one has that level of assurity within oneself,
Mm,
you will come up against a lot of resistance. So like that is
yes.
something. You will be potentially called crazy. You will be, told like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what,
Yes.
it's because you're not playing small. You're playing big.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
exactly.
people like to chop you down, like, I think they call it poppy syndrome. The
Yeah,
minute
exactly.
someone's popping up, it gets chopped off. So
I
that's something to be
100.
aware of for people that are going to maybe go that path, and it's not easy always.
No, I agree with you 100%. And my challenge has also been, I live in a very small village here in Sweden, in the mountains. And here you have like
Mm,
this, it's called Jantelagen. It's like, don't think you are some special person. Don't think you're
mm,
some special. They trying to put you down like, okay, you're
mm,
just you.
yeah.
So I had to, since I have kids, small village, everyone knows who I am, and people are gossiping like, oh, this crazy artist at the mountain,
Mm,
she thinks she's this and that, she's traveling the world, she's doing this, she talks to God, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but at the point, I came to this point where I just realized like, oh my God, Yajna, I just stopped thinking about what people think about me, what
Mm,
they talk about me. I just be like, no, I'm doing my thing regardless, because I love what I do. I do what I love. And at the exact moment when I stopped thinking about what other people think about me and what I do, I became so free, you know?
mm,
It
mm.
was, I just freed my mind, and
It
I'm
is
just like,
liberating. It is liberating,
it
isn't
is
it?
100%. So
To stop worrying
I,
about what
uh,
people think.
exactly. So I'm just like, okay, I am this. Maybe some people think like, oh, she's a crazy artist. I'm brave-hearted. That's the way I see
Mm,
it. I'm brave, And I do this out of love, you know? Everything I do is out of love because the answer to everything in this world is love. That's the way I
Mm,
see it.
mm,
And also for my kids, they've been like, oh, my friends, they say like, oh, your mom, she's cool. We love her because she do what she loves. And you see, if I can inspire just like one
inspire just one or
soul,
two. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
exactly, that's enough for me. And if
Mm,
my kids, friends in school say like, oh, your mom, she does what she loves and it's so cool. She does music. We can listen to her on Spotify and YouTube, da da da.
yeah.
And my kids tells me like, mom, we love that you are actually doing this because we see that you are happy and
Mm,
you inspire us and others to do what you love, you know,
mm,
and to be a go-getter because this world is full of opportunities and we can help
yeah.
so many. Like, for instance, it was a couple coming to me like, oh, your song Nothing Long, that's our song because we listened to it when we got together and we were both like depressed, but you know, this song lifted us up. I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy that I could
That's
actually lift you
amazing, eh?
up. It is.
Yeah, feedback.
So just that feeling like when you can help someone to, you know, is it too bright if I go out here, sit in the sun?
No, it should be fine.
Yeah, my mother is making some food in the kitchen, so
Yeah,
I
there's
just
been a
had to
lot of
go.
activity, a lot of dishes being done.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, can you please?
She probably
Yeah, she
thinks
was
you
like,
she probably thinks you're on a call, not an actual like podcast,
exactly. So,
but
oh my God,
she's just
I'm
carrying
sorry.
on. No,
Yeah,
it's cool.
exactly.
It's cool.
I'm sorry for that, but I hope it's okay.
No, no, no. All good. But
Yeah,
what I
so
wanted to, yeah, so I think, I mean, we've got an idea of that part. As I said, like the podcast is sort of divided roughly into three. What I mean, this is the other thing. I think it's important. It goes on from business because if you start doing well in business and you have some successes, maybe even failures, you start making some money, right? And
mm,
hopefully, and
yeah,
what is sort of your personal philosophy on like finance for yourself? Like, what do you do with your money? You know, I know it's sometimes a very difficult topic. I'm sure in Sweden it's probably I think I read somewhere like there's two things you don't talk about, like your money and something else.
politics.
Yeah,
It's
something.
money, politics,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah, that's typical Swedish. Like you don't talk about that.
yeah.
But for me, I see it like this. The advices that I can give to aspiring new artists or entrepreneurs is to first and foremost like find your niche, like what you love.
Mm,
So you are passionate about like what you do, so you do 100%,
yeah.
and find people that you can trust that also
Mm,
share your vision, so you have the
mm,
same goals because you
mm,
will push each other to levels that you didn't even think were possible.
mm,
And when it comes to the finances, I'd say invest money. Don't
mm,
spend money that you don't have,
yeah.
and don't like put yourself up with like loans and stuff because oh, I can take a loan to do this, but eventually you have to pay it back, and it's gonna suck because it's gonna be
Mm,
very expensive for you.
yeah.
So try to invest your money that you have so it can grow. Like have the
Right.
money work for you. Don't work for the
Okay.
money.
Yeah.
You can find like maybe apps or forums or people that are, that have the knowledge when it comes to investment,
Yeah.
because that is something that is helpful because being in whatever business it is, you have to invest to have your business to grow.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and you can find ways to maybe work two jobs at a time to,
Mm,
make it happen. If
mm,
you are passionate, you can find ways to make money on the side, like be a side hustler.
sure.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so
What I've found with business or entrepreneurs is that there's two parts to it. One is your business, which is making you
mm,
money, and which also
yeah,
needs to grow and be reinvested in. But I found
mm,
that entrepreneurs and business owners don't worry about the fact that at some point you may not do that business. Are
mm,
you actually taking out money and paying yourself, because there's your business and then there's you as an
mm,
individual, and even in your business you could have partners, right? So
yeah,
what often a lot of the money is reinvested and redone in the business, which could at some point, something that you can't do or something that ends up closing, and then they haven't taken out enough money for themselves and said, okay, but here's me as an individual
Mm.
and thinking about the future. I need to make personal investments as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've if that's something you thought about or what. And then obviously the other thing in entertainment
Mm.
and sports, which I come across a lot of musicians and entertainers and sports people. At some point, there's often a lot of money that comes in at once, and
Yeah.
before you know it, you haven't, you've run out. And
Yeah.
there's lots of stats about, especially in getting that type of money at once, or
Mm.
the success that comes very quickly, or
Exactly.
at one point,
Mm.
the money management isn't great. So I don't know
No,
what your
exactly.
advice or experience has been.
My advice would be ready because, like you said, it can come really fast. And just because you get like a big amount of money at the same
Mm,
time,
mm,
don't spend it all. Like, save it because you'll need it, and be smart because this is your future. You are investing in yourself, in your future, your family, etc. And
mm,
if you know by yourself, like, okay, I'm not the best person when it comes to money because I
mm,
spend it on maybe, let's say, booze, food, go on
mm,
partying or whatever. Have someone that you trust that can actually help you manage your money so that
yeah.
you don't spend it wisely, because
Mm,
money comes, money goes, but reinvest it in your own business, reinvest
yeah.
it in if you're interested in stock market, or if you're interested in real estate, or what it could be, like something that check out with people that have knowledge when it comes to business and investment, that you
Mm,
trust, so you can invest your money. But let's say gold, or if you are investing in real estate, because I tell my kids, like, don't just spend your money, invest
mm,
it. Like I said, for instance, in gold,
mm,
because that gold will be kept forever. You can actually sell it when you need money,
mm.
or in real estate, because that can be valuable, or in land, or in let's say things that you are passionate about. You can invest in the stock market,
Mm.
or something like that. But be
Do you
smart. Like,
do you talk to your kids about money a lot? Like,
I
and
do,
and keep,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I do,
yeah.
because for me, I don't, let's say for their birthdays, I don't like buying things that they can just, that will be useless, or
Mm,
that breaks or whatever. I want to show my kids, like, okay, I'm putting money to your saving account, or I'm buying you a gold necklace that you can actually save. You can, if you will ever be in need of money, you can sell this necklace because it's gold.
mm,
And I tell my kids, like, they work summertime when they are off school, so they work to save money to maybe buy something that they want to have, like a new snowboard, or
mm.
so I teach my kids, like, money is something that you shouldn't be like just keep it like this tight, but
Right,
be
yeah. You got
smart
to enjoy
about
life,
it.
right?
Exactly,
We
exactly. That's
also
what I'm
we
saying
also
as
have
well.
we also have just one life, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And also, and if you go out with your friends, it's okay to maybe buy them some to drink because they're going to buy you
Mm,
back, but don't spend all money on like bar rounds or whatever, because my kids are just teenagers now. They don't drink or smoke whatsoever. But
mm,
I'm teaching them to be smart about, investing, saving, and money, etc.
mm,
And also, what I do is tell my kids, like, don't let anyone tell you what to do and what you can't do. Because
mm.
if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a creator, like a tattoo artist, if you want to make music, do it. Because if you love what you do, you're going to enjoy life. Don't just get a job because, oh, I'm going to make money because I'm going to be
Mm.
like a doctor. If you don't love taking care of people as a doctor, you're going to have a very shitty life because you won't
Right.
love going to work.
Not that there's anything wrong with being a doctor if you're passionate
No, no,
about
no.
it, and
No, I
exactly, yeah.
said, just if my kids don't, if that's not what they want to do. I'm saying being a
Exactly,
doctor
yeah.
is amazing. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if you are looking for something that you want to do on a daily basis,
Mm.
like do what you love. I'm telling all the doctors out there, I love what they're doing and they are
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, I'm just saying, like, do what you are passionate
What you're
about.
passionate about, yeah. So in
Yes.
terms of your kids, I mean, just for interest sake, what do you think do they kind of know what they want to do? when they grow up, or I'm sure they might be already doing stuff. But what?
Yeah, my daughter, she wants to be, she's an artist. She wants to go to Japan and study like Asian arts. And
Okay, like fine
she
art.
also, yeah, exactly, and
Hmm.
anime. And she also loves like handicraft, and she paints a lot.
Okay.
She has like 1 year in art school, and then she
Mm-hmm.
gonna maybe travel to Japan and study there. And
Wow.
my son, now he's gonna start gymnasium, and he's gonna study. He's gonna be a snowboarder,
Oh, right.
snowboarding
Okay.
gymnasium. Yeah, so he's into snowboarding, but also he loves science and space. So
Yeah.
maybe he wants to study like to become a professor later on when it comes to
Okay.
maybe like space engineering or something like that.
Okay. But he's
But he
gonna
also
first try the
loves
snowboarding.
music. Yes, but he also loves
Mm.
music. He wants to be an artist as well, and he wants to go maybe into modeling and fashion. As he has like a lot of things he want to do. So
Mm.
does my daughter. But they're really amazing, loving, caring kids, and I just have to say to everyone listening, like, I'm sorry about that doctor thing. I hope you get my point,
No,
what
no,
I was
no. That wasn't.
saying.
No, no. I did. That's. I get it 100%. It was just like you were saying that unless you're passionate about it, don't do it just for the sake of that. You know, a doctor's going to earn
Yes.
good money, and it's a
Yeah,
secure job, and you're going to get a
exactly.
job. No, I get it. I don't think that
Yes.
was.
So if
Um,
anyone was offended by what I said, I'm sorry. You know what I meant.
I'm sure they
I'm
would.
just,
It was actually me just thinking about it. Like you're right. It's
yeah,
a lot of parents and a lot of people around you, then and maybe older generation, like my grandmother, for instance, as well. As much as I love her, and she was very much about, like, definitely go study something like law, and you must be a
yeah,
lawyer, like, because
mm,
you're gonna have a good job, and you're gonna earn, you're gonna be able to make a living without hopefully worrying too much. So it is
yeah,
something that's indoctrinated, into
mm,
you. But and it's great in this world that we have. Sorry, that there's so many options, and I think
yes,
that's part of what you're saying you're doing, is to inspire other people to think a little bit differently. That sure,
mm,
we need doctors, we need lawyers, we need accountants, we
yes,
really do, and there are people that really enjoy
yeah,
it.
yes,
I
and
mean,
exactly. And
yeah, I think
everyone
I
that
think out of
enjoys it,
yeah. So sorry, might
I
be a little bit of a
respect.
delay.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, sorry. And was just saying, everyone that goes into law, uh, work as a doctor, whatever it might be, I
Yeah.
respect it highly. And
Mm,
you know, everyone that goes, it could be all in, or if you do
mm,
it for the money, as long as you're helping people, you do a good thing.
mm,
I'm clapping for you. And we need all the doctors, lawyers, everyone out there. So
mm.
my
And
point was
also,
just,
I think for me, what's interesting as well, that even if you study something that maybe you go
mm,
into a path, like I did study law, it
yeah,
doesn't mean that your path is also limited.
no, it's
For me,
not.
I've used it in other ways. I mean, out of
Yeah,
my school, university, of the people that I studied with, I mean, I don't know all of them, but I'm talking about like a closer circle of friends. I think there's maybe one person, out of that is a full blown sort of lawyer that does only,
mm,
he has a law firm, does litigation, and actually really enjoys it.
mm,
But there's also other options. There's a lot of things you can do. And if you have the privilege of going to study and have the opportunity to study, it's not
mm,
so, it's something that you should maybe take up, because also, we have a long life. If you
yeah,
I found
100.
that, my maturity level wasn't where it needed to be necessarily at a certain
Mm,
age. And I think going to study for 4 years initially, and meeting people, and kind of just having making connections, and meeting people that I still know today, has
yeah,
value as well.
of course,
So
yes.
definitely, if you've got the opportunity to study, I think about
Mm,
it, because there's so many good things you can learn. Varsities, obviously, universities, obviously, really a great place to spend
yeah,
time after you've gone to school. But it's not,
yeah,
you don't have to either. So this is I think the message is, you know
mm,
do it if you can. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. There's so many other things you can do. There's a lot of free
Yeah,
education, and there's a
it
lot of things that you
is.
can,
Yeah,
with the world today and the technology that we've got,
it is. Yeah,
it's so easy. It's so
it
easy to
is.
do other things.
Yeah, and also like for me, like we talked about before, like gratitude and being thankful because so many people out there don't even have the opportunities to go
Mm,
to school, to continue studying, to go to college, get a degree,
yeah,
So for us, the ones that if you have the opportunity, like you said, having a degree, having an education is highly valuable because
mm,
you learn, you grow, you get to meet new people, and also, of course, when you're looking for a job, you will have, of course, be
it'll be a
better
little bit
paid
easier with a degree.
if yeah, it will be, and you will also have that knowledge, and
Mm,
whatever you are learning in school, if you go to college or wherever you go to study, you can always relearn. Like if you want to do something else in life, you can,
you can do
if
it.
you've been a lawyer, if you want to study to become a teacher, you can do that
Mm,
because
mm,
you have the opportunities. Every option is out there for you. So
mm,
I see for me, learning is always it's growth. Life is
mm,
very much about growth,
mm,
and you live, you learn. Studying is a blessing because just getting new knowledge is so
mm,
useful because, like you said, being a lawyer, you can use that in music. You can
mm,
use that in like at a hospital. You can work with the laws everywhere because you can
mm.
apply it to so many businesses.
Sure. Yeah,
So of course that's a real blessing. Everyone needs a
exactly.
lawyer in their life.
So tell me,
Uh,
other than snowboarding, what
yeah.
else does Yajna do for fun and for enjoyment and for relaxation?
Yeah. Okay, this is my husky, Beon.
Okay.
Beon. So I have two huskies. I go on
Okay.
walks like on a daily basis. I exercise a lot,
Okay.
to just reflect on life. And I also write a lot of songs when I'm out walking. So I
Yeah.
work out a lot. I love spending time with my kids, my family. I have a big family. I love traveling. I love being outdoors, just hiking the
Mm.
mountains. And what I really love is to meet new people, go to see new countries, cultures,
Okay.
and because that teaches you a lot, like about yourself, and you grow a lot by visiting new countries and cultures.
Mm.
And what I also love is, like I said, talk about topics such as mental health because
Okay.
I want to be more of a spokesperson when it comes to mental health. Uh,
Mm.
because that is really close to my heart since I've been through depression and psychosis and other things myself.
Okay.
So hopefully in the
Mm.
future I can work more closely with mental health, maybe organizations, maybe start my own organization and work with others, and also cross
Yeah.
borders with this, like work
Yeah.
with Africa and other countries with mental health.
Yeah, I think it's a big
Uh,
thing. I mean, I'm also
mm,
kind of a big advocate for that and what I've had to do and go through.
yeah.
It's definitely something close to my heart as well. Especially for me, um, I think on it's for me. I'd like to promote the men's mental health thing because I think there's a lot of
Mm,
barriers for men in terms of it's a potential sign of weakness. It's a
yeah.
to have therapy, to go for therapy, to
Mm,
work on yourself and to do things
yeah.
and to talk about it, like and to talk to
Mm,
your friends or
yeah.
people around you about it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think men do struggle with that
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. So
Mm,
yeah, I'm definitely want to also get a bit more involved in that in some way, or
yeah. We
just
we
through this
should.
podcast, because I think
Yeah.
I think in
Absolutely.
everyone so far, well, not everyone, but there's definitely been a mention of sort of mental health and depression
Yeah.
and getting through it, and things like
Mm,
that. So it's definitely something to talk about on
yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah, it is. And I actually want to start my own podcast as well.
Yeah,
and
definitely,
I
you
want,
should.
yeah, I would
I'll
love to.
tell you
And
everything that I do because I think that's the other thing. We
yeah,
need to share like knowledge. Like people think it's like, oh, um, this is so like so special what I've done. But it's we can when
mm,
you're in South Africa, we can sit down. I can show you exactly what I've done. I mean, it will probably
yeah, I'd love
change
to.
and progress and whatever. But
Yeah,
I mean, I'm happy to show anyone exactly how they could start that or do it. I don't
yeah, I'd
think
love
anything is.
to. Yeah, because that's one of the things that I'm working on, like starting a
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
I've started to write a book. I want to
Mm,
start like my own clothing line, make
mm,
I have a lot of ideas, and
of
I'm
course.
actually working on a new album at this very moment and music
Okay,
videos. So I'm gonna release a new album. I don't have like the date yet, but I'm working on it.
but
And
it's
this
soon.
album, yeah, it's gonna be soon. And this album is, it's a praise. What do you say? It's contribute to all the queens
A
out there,
tribute.
to all, yeah,
Mm,
tribute exactly to all the queens and females out there. And it's an album that's gonna be having the light on like female topics, and it's gonna be like a
yeah,
very sassy, classy female vibe on it.
cool.
So
Sounds
that's
good.
some very yeah, thank you so much. So I'm
Mm.
excited to shoot music videos, start working on the marketing as
Maybe
soon as the album.
do one music video in Cape Town when you're
Yes, I have to do it. Wow, when I'm
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now
let's try and set it up. Let's try and set it up.
yes, let's do it. Let's make it
Mm.
happen. So
Cool.
and yeah, of course, like for me, like you said, when it comes to mental health, I want to see I always see the person behind the mask, or what you say, because everyone
Mm.
has a story to tell,
Mm.
and you have no idea why people act like a certain way, what they've
Mm.
been through.
Mm.
Even me, like I had a relationship just recently that was challenging, and
Mm.
some people could maybe, be like blaming that other person for doing this or doing that. But for me, it was like, okay, I see this person that I love having all these traumas from childhood or traumas in life. And that's why they are acting this way. It's not because I did some wrong or because,
Mm.
they are trying to hurt me, but they have all these things inside of them that, I want to help them, but,
Mm.
to heal and to find ways to cope with it, to
Mm.
maybe go to therapy,
Mm.
to work with yourself, to, first of all, it's like self-love.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
so, like you said, for me, it's also a topic that is so close to my heart because I see so many out there going through depression, going through hard times, having traumas, PTSD,
Mm.
NPD. It could be, there's so many things out there, and the world that we're living in, it's not like the easiest place to
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 be.
live in,
Yeah.
because it's you have a lot of pressure on you, results, work, family, this and that. You got to be, if show that you're successful, whatever it might be that you are struggling with.
Mm.
um
Definitely.
yeah, so I want to shine a
But
light on
sometimes
this.
I think that's the only way to really do that is to talk about excuse me, some of your personal experiences. Is
Yeah.
because I think if you go too much out of your way to try and help people, sometimes people don't want that help or they're not ready for it at that point. And it can
That
also
is
be
true.
draining and frustrating,
Yeah,
because you do see what they maybe aren't seeing at that point, but you also
yeah,
have to let them, walk their own path. That's what I've also
that is
found,
so true. Yeah, 100%, I
Mm,
agree. Like it was actually one person that I met that told me, like, okay, you can't help everyone that you meet,
mm,
but what you can do is to guide, like you can be the light. So
mm,
if they want to follow you, let them follow you, and you can be there, like shine a light.
mm,
But you can't just like pick up everyone and be like, oh, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna help you. Like you said, not everyone wants to be helped, because they'd be like, I'm fine, why are you trying to tell me
mm,
that I have to do this and that? Because you can't push people into like change.
mm,
Like you said, if you want to change your life, you have to come to that conclusion yourself and
mm,
help yourself. And if you find people on the way that are willing to help you on the way. That is amazing.
Yeah.
But so, like, at least, as you said, if you are shining a light on it, like on your podcast or like with my documentary that I have,
Mm,
people can search for that information, and
mm,
maybe they will find some kind of relief just knowing that, you're not alone. I'm not alone
mm,
with these thoughts. I'm not alone with having this experience. And
mm,
okay, look at you. You have actually found a way of, coping with this and dealing with this, and you are moving forward
mm,
in a direction because you have a goal, or you are, working on yourself on a daily basis to feel good and to help others.
mm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Awesome, man. Yajna, it's been. I think there's. I always say this on podcasts when sort of at the end, but because you're such a dynamic, sort of interesting and busy person doing so many different things, I think there's definitely going to be opportunities for more podcasts where we can talk about something a little bit more
Yes.
specific and something that you have.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if that's only possible with people that are constantly like moving and doing different things and trying different
Yeah.
things, and like you are. So I think
Mm.
we'll definitely have an opportunity, and then also hopefully we'll see you in Cape Town, and
Yes.
we'll talk then as well, and maybe on another
Yeah.
podcast. Then depends
We
where this
will. We
goes. Like I said,
will. Yeah.
this podcast is, if anything, is just for me.
Mm.
The fact that people are subscribing and watching it, I'm very
Yeah.
grateful. But
Amazing.
obviously, it's great to see and get to learn about people like yourself.
Mm.
And
Likewise.
but let's see. I'll just keep doing it for
Yeah.
myself anyway. So
Yeah.
and
But that
talk
is
to
just.
interesting people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I love that. I'm so happy. I'm honored to be here with you on your podcast. And
Mm.
whoever is listening, I'm sending much love and blessings to every one of you. And I'm hoping to see many of you soon. And
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to being in Cape Town. It's
yeah,
I haven't been there for 3 years, so
yeah.
it's like my heart is aching to go there.
Yeah. So everyone, keep
Mm.
a lookout on all of our social media,
Yes.
and you'll get to know about when Yana's in Cape Town and in South Africa,
Yes.
and we look forward to that.
Yeah, and go check me on Instagram and Spotify,
Yeah.
Yajna. I hope you will enjoy my music and my work. And it's been
Yeah.
an honor to be here with you.
Awesome,
So
man. It was so great chatting to you. Okay. So yeah, that cut off a little bit, but I actually wanted to quickly also share a few things, and one being some shout outs. Like, I don't really have sponsors for the podcast. I'm doing a lot of different things to promote businesses and people, especially in and around Cape Town. So today, I actually wanted to, you'll see I've got my brand, Scully X. You can check it on Scully10SA on Instagram and Facebook. But the logo was in fact designed by my awesome cousin Rudolf Liebenberg. And behind me, you'll see the capybara that he's done as part of a series, and that's under his pseudonym Wolfberg, WULFBURG, I think, Wolfberg. Check him out. He's doing an awesome project at the moment of doing I think is it a painting or is it a sketch? A sketch of various characters over 999 days. Yeah, check it out. And he also designed his logo, as I said. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Rudolph. If you want to have a little shout out like I am doing now, then I don't want any payment for it, but make sure that you follow or subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know about it. Send me a message, and feedback's always great. And send it to a couple of people. And if you want me to do a shout out for you, I'll do it at this juncture at the end of the podcast from now on. One per podcast, I think. Cool. Thanks for listening, guys. See you soon.